Episode 3 of Gold Mafia.
We love the gangster lifestyle. You live by the gun, you die by the gun.
The biggest challenge Zimbabwe now faces is the gold mafia.
Al Jazeera's investigative unit infiltrates the rival gangs that control Africa's gold.
As long as you grease the wheels in Africa, there's no issue.
Smuggling. That's what it is, smuggling.
All the paper trails registered. It's not like somebody can question it.
Former members of the gold mafia speak exclusively to the I unit.
The gold mafia is bigger than the government, bigger than any of the authorities.
What do you think is going to happen?
They kill you, don't they?
Exactly.
Undercover journalists pose as gangsters who want to launder more than $100 million.
It is black money. These funds are substantial.
The I unit obtains thousands of confidential documents that expose how organized crime groups use gold to launder money.
You sold it to a refinery and the money got paid in the bank account. So it's very clean that way.
Once it's refined, it's practically brand new gold.
A good washing machine, right?
In this episode, a gold mafia in Dubai helps the team launder money.
We make you a company in Gold Tower. Then we open you an account here. You know, we have influence with the funds.
Dubai is the most common denominator across the board where everybody wants funds.
They've set themselves up for being the middle of the gold trade, lax laws and no enforcement.
It all comes out of Dubai. All Dubai, 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 Dubai.
Now we are at Jumeirah Lake Towers, called JLT Free Zone.
The undercover team is in Dubai to visit a gold mafia boss. He wants to show them the corporate structure of his money laundering operation.
This is gold silver product house. So now we are going to gold. You need a representative office in the gold tower.
The towers are for companies that trade in precious metals.
Everything to do with silver is this. Platinum is this.
Kamlesh Patni is a notorious gold dealer. He goes by the alias Brother Paul. He says there are benefits to operating out of Gold Tower.
Oh, the security is higher. There's a lot of gold in this building. Maybe 3 tons, 4 tons. This is precious bullion.
This is yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Precious.
Patni offers to store gold bought using dirty money at one of his trading companies.
So this is where our stuff will be?
Yes. Your storage can be here. You can keep the...
Yeah. This is all the gold.
Johnny is an undercover reporter posing as a black market money trader. The Hawala man, who sends money around the world without legal checks.
You can keep a lot of gold in it. So you can put like I think 400 kilos on the dough on it.
We can have somebody employed and to be working here.
Mr. Stanley leads the I Unit's undercover team. He plays a gangster who needs to wash over $100 million in dirty cash from Hong Kong.
The keys are with you.
Yeah.
Mr. Stanley's money will be safe in Dubai.
All the insurance is the police security.
Yeah.
Each and every office, each and every corridor, each and every room, each and every street is fully equipped with the cameras.
Patni takes Mr. Stanley to another of his companies at the Gold Souk in Old Dubai. Fiza Gold and Bullion. Patni shows us the day's earnings.
Every day, 10 million 5 million.
So this is the local dirham. How much is the dirham?
This is around 150,000.
Patney exports gold from Zimbabwe through his company Susan General Trading. The Zimbabwean government pays him an incentive to sell the gold overseas. Patney's companies in Dubai, like Golden Luxury and Fiza, buy the gold from his companies in Zimbabwe.
So this is Zimbabwe,
Yeah.
and you refine it here.
Zimbabwe is not yet purified.
He owns both the exporter and the importer. It's designed this way to enable him to launder money. The scheme to wash Mr. Stanley's cash would involve Patney receiving the dirty money plus a 10% commission. Patney will sell the gold he imports from Zimbabwe and pay the proceeds into a Dubai bank account set up for Mr. Stanley.
You collect the money,
Yes.
the cash from Hong Kong,
Yes.
bring it to Dubai.
Yes.
From Dubai, you take it to Harare.
Yes.
Mr. Stanley's dirty money, in the form of US dollars cash, will be sent to Zimbabwe. Arriving in Harare, it will be declared as the proceeds of gold exported by Patney's company, Susan General Trading.
With the form and declaration to Zimbabwe, because Zimbabwe is all cash fine.
It will be declared clean in Zimbabwe, and Mr. Stanley will have clean money in a Dubai bank account. Everything will appear legal.
All the paper trails,
Legitimate.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody can question or anything like that.
The gold from Zimbabwe will be sent to a Dubai refinery to be melted down again. The bars will be stamped with the refiner's hallmark, and the gold becomes a product of Dubai. This makes the gold easier to sell because it will no longer be associated with Zimbabwe and its sanctioned leaders.
In Zimbabwe, a small elite controls basically all natural resources, including gold. So the gold needs to be washed. Dubai has a long-standing role, receiving gold of a dubious background, DRC, Sudan, and now they're turning towards Zimbabwe.
We send 50 kilo, 100 kilo now to this refinery. Then they give us this. These are now called investment.
Gold that comes to refiners, once it's refined, it's practically brand new gold.
This one is in Switzerland and London also.
The Dubai gold would, for instance, be exported either to London or to Switzerland because you want the stamp Swiss gold on it. Then, of course, every bank in the world will buy it.
Not only is Stanley's dirty money cleaned, so is the gold sourced in Zimbabwe.
That is what I call gold laundering. One launders the gold by adding a stamp of approval of a country that makes it marketable.
The undercover team also deals with representatives of the Zimbabwean government. Previously on Gold Mafia, an ambassador offers to smuggle over $1 billion in dirty cash into Zimbabwe under diplomatic cover.
I'm the second largest diplomat in the country. Right now, I can put things like this with 1.2 billion and put a red tape written diplomat. That's it.
Nobody can touch it. Nobody can touch it.
Hubert Angel is Zimbabwe's ambassador at large to Europe and the Americas. He's also a self-proclaimed prophet.
I'm very sharp in the prophetic. You don't confuse me when it comes to the prophetic. No, I walk there, I live there, I talk there, I sleep there. I'm major, me. I know me. Guess what happens?
Angel claims he announced beforehand the result of an African Cup of Nations final.
Do we have Senegal? Oh, we have one reason.
About 9 hours after the prophetic decree went forth, Senegal surprised everyone by winning the final for the first time ever.
For history, for Senegal!
One of the men organising Mr. Stanley's money laundering also assists Angel at his church.
Did you know I was a singer too?
No, no, you didn't say you were a singer. You didn't say you were a singer.
Check me out online.
But God has stretched out to heal us. This I know. This I know.
Wow.
This I know. This I know. Just one touch from the King changes it.
Ricky Doolan is from the northeast of England. He's related to Ambassador Angel through marriage. He's known as Pastor Ricky.
Jesus gonna rock this place. I gotta hear the left side rock this place.
I love to minister. I love to minister. It's nice. Better than singing in a club or a nightclub or entertainment. It's different.
We're going to show you something.
Wow, good.
Johnny presents Doolan with a fake proposal for a $1.2 billion casino resort. It would be constructed overlooking Victoria Falls, one of the 7 wonders of the natural world.
Wow, this is nice. Great Zimbabwe Integrated Casino. You want to call it Great Zimbabwe? The actual place. You want to build this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You think we can?
Of course.
Doolan believes the casino would please Zimbabwe's president, Emerson Mnangagwa. A meeting with the president is being arranged for the undercover team.
This goes perfectly in line with the vision of the number one. We want it to be a tourist destination.
Yeah.
This is a tourist attraction. Big one. This one you are engaging with high-end people. Dubai started exactly like this. Somebody with money saying, there's an opportunity here. Let's build a few buildings and look at Dubai now. I honestly believe in my heart of hearts, Zimbabwe can become like Dubai.
Dubai is one of the biggest gold hubs in the world. 20 to 25% of the world's gold goes through Dubai. It's over a $70 billion industry.
Amjad Rihan worked in Dubai for the global accounting firm Ernst & Young. In 2013, he audited the UAE's largest gold refineries.
The refinery can produce 1,000 kilograms of 999.9% gold per day.
Kaluti is the biggest, with around 50% of the refining market share, and in fact, one of the biggest globally. We found that Kaluti was doing over 5.2 billion US dollars in cash in 1 year. That represents about 40% of Kaluti's business done in cash. When you think about 5.2 billion, you're talking about 100 million a week. That's a huge number. And to be done in cash, that raises a lot of suspicions. We concluded that Kaluti's due diligence management system is a huge failure. I mean, it's not functioning effectively.
Ernst & Young accepted Rihan's findings, but ordered him to work with the Dubai authorities.
To my shock, instead of supporting me and backing me up, they instructed me to help the Dubai regulator and the Dubai refiners.
Rihan refused to go along with the plan and resigned.
I felt it's unsafe for me to challenge the decisions made and to actually do my job properly, whilst the regulator, the refiner, and EY, all of them are not supportive of what I say. I would be at odds with very powerful people and entities in Dubai, and I would have been at a great risk.
Rihan brought a claim in a London court against EY, which is headquartered in Britain. The judge ruled the auditors had tried to sweep under the rug the findings of Kaluti's money laundering. EY also bowed to pressure from the Dubai authorities. EY paid Rihan $11 million in damages. Dubai authorities removed Kaluti from their list of approved refineries. The company rebranded and is now named MTM&O. Having access to refineries is central to the mafia's ability to launder money through gold.
Then it has a certificate, and then the money is washed and cleaned and is turned into a legitimate asset.
Patney uses 4 refineries in Dubai.
I'll give you the list.
The list includes 2 that failed Rihan's audit: MTM&O, formerly Kaluti, and Al Etihad.
The gold refiners are the most important point in the gold supply chain. The refiner's job is critical in ensuring that the gold before refining is clean.
A decade after Rihan's audit, the I-Unit discovers a continued lack of concern in Dubai about the origin of gold.
I just fly there and return next morning because I just drop it and there's no problem. Custom is waiting for me.
Alec Yassini is part of a network of private couriers who smuggle cash and gold in and out of Dubai. He thinks he's being interviewed for a job working for Mr. Stanley. He describes his skills.
What do you mean? So you bring moving things in and out from Dubai, metal, gold, diamonds, and stuff like that. You pay a certain amount of $120 for whatever package you have, even if any amount, or even 10 kg, 2 kg, whatever, just pay 120. Custom.
He also moves large amounts of cash.
$1 million is no problem. But if it's more than 2, 3, then I have to make a letter from that side. So they don't give me a hassle. I know how to deal with that. It's not a big issue.
Yassini forges paperwork himself.
I do the papers. If you don't have the license, I know how to do it. When I get into Dubai, straight to the customs, I've got the papers, I fill in the forms. There's no risk at all.
No, I'm not surprised to hear that. There's very little scrutiny in Dubai. The rules are very relaxed. There aren't many checks done to verify the origin of gold.
No, it's not a big issue. There's no risk at all.
The audits we completed confirm what this man you interviewed has said, that Dubai is a hub for dirty gold, gold used in money laundering or gold fueling conflict. Dirty gold, in my opinion, has very easy access to Dubai.
Rihan still has the data provided by Kaluti as part of its audit. We asked him to search Kaluti's list of suppliers for companies linked to the gold mafia.
I'm just looking at those who did humongous amounts of cash with Kaluti, and I see Goldrest is here.
Goldrest Resources had a subsidiary in the UAE. Its director was Alistair Matthias. He's designing a laundromat for Mr. Stanley's dirty cash. He's a financial architect for corrupt politicians.
They've done over 16 million US dollars in cash with Kaluti. So he's a relatively substantial supplier of Kaluti.
Matthias works with another gold mafia boss, Ewan Macmillan.
Thank you for coming.
Macmillan regularly moves gold in and out of Dubai.
You just send the guy first class, and he gets 50 kgs luggage. It all comes out of Dubai. It's all Dubai.
Macmillan is bidding to launder Mr. Stanley's $100 million. He's a Zimbabwean smuggler, known as Mr. Gold.
So you'll have to set up a company in Dubai.
You're going to help him?
That's going to be the finance or trading company. So you're going to tell the bank that we're going to be trading in commodities or gold. So that's where the money will come to that account all the time. Use one of the local banks.
The United Arab Emirates has free zones to encourage international trade.
Just set up a company in one of the free zones. I'll tell you which ones also. The one I use, I pay about $10,000 every year. Depending on the size of your office, you get minimum 3 visas, 5 visas, 10 visas, depending how many you want. That's the easiest.
I used to fly with $2 million US in a suitcase, land in Dubai, walk in there and say I want to declare it. And say, right, they just charge me $20 US equivalent.
And they won't check, right? They won't check company name.
They don't bother.
Miss Sin is another undercover reporter. She's posing as Mr. Stanley's financial advisor.
I used to fly from Zambia, 50 kgs of gold and $2.5 million US cash. Arrive, put the gold in, sign that up, take the cash money, pay 20, it was like $20 US duty. It's a paperwork. It's what they charge you to do the paperwork.
Yeah, $20 for the documentation.
Yeah. Take the money, you go straight to the Bureau Exchange, they count the $2.5 million, and they transfer it to your bank account. Thanks for coming.
Matthias attempts a due diligence check on Mr. Stanley.
But the money is not related to drugs or arms or notions, right?
Do you need to know source?
No. It's not drugs or arms and ammunition or terrorist related, right?
Not restricted, no.
Then, okay. Probably commissions, I'm guessing.
In the language of money laundering, commissions means bribes.
No, we don't want to know source of funds. We just want to make sure he's not Pablo Escobar from Hong Kong. Well, you got shot. The guy reverses and follows the car and just shot down the road.
Coming up in part 2.
He has a very big problem. He's an illicit cigarette trader. He's the biggest in South Africa.
An assassination attempt on a tobacco tycoon. Simon Rudland is one of Zimbabwe's richest men. He runs a money laundering operation through his company, Goldleaf Tobacco. They call him the boss.
You have no idea the money this guy has.
Goldleaf is one of Southern Africa's largest cigarette producers.
Since I didn't realize that I'd made so many people angry.
Crazy. So what's happening?
He posted 10 million for information. Rand. That's $1 million. Just throw it out there. You don't have $1 billion in your bank account and can't fight back.
Previously on Gold Mafia, Rudland makes a fortune from illicit cigarettes. He sells them on the black market in South Africa without paying taxes. It's money he needs to launder.
He has a very big problem. He's an illicit cigarette trader. He's the biggest in South Africa. The illicit cigarette trade earns rand cash, so he gets a ginormous amount of rand cash. How does he legitimize it?
An I-Unit surveillance operation follows couriers working for Rudland. They carry gold to Dubai. It belongs to the Zimbabwean government.
The same flight they left with, that's the same flight that they come back with. EK713 when it's leaving Dubai. Someone has got serious buyers in Dubai already.
The couriers exchange gold for cash and take the next flight back to Harare. The buyer in Dubai is Orlean Global Trading. Documents obtained by the I-Unit reveal Orlean receives the profits of illegal cigarette sales, worth millions of dollars. Orlean uses this money to buy gold from Zimbabwe's central bank. Orlean is the gold leaf mafia's hub in Dubai. While Simon Rudland controls the funds, documents name HJ or Howie Baker as a director of Orlean.
Simon brought everything to the table along with Howie. Howie was the glue keeping everyone together.
Daoud Khan was once a part of the money laundering operation. He's speaking to the I-Unit from a safe house.
Simon and Howie are basically, they've got their hand on almost every transaction.
Howie Baker's partner at Orlean is Andres Gravenstein, who's been convicted for illegal gold trading. Gravenstein and Baker were also partners in a South African precious metals company, the Gold Kid Trading. Gold Kid operated from offices in a residential suburb of Johannesburg.
You've got a very casual or tranquil working space. Andres, Howie, and few occasions Simon was there. In these discussions, it was basically now how to move funds out utilizing gold. You've got Simon on the top. You've got Howie as the middleman between everyone, almost as the COO of the mafia. And you've got then Andres, who's maybe chief sales officer.
Daoud Khan's brother then joins the operation. Mohammed Khan is one of South Africa's most prolific money launderers. He has a street name, Mo Dollars.
You've got Mohammed, who's the chief financial officer for this mafia. That's how, when they are all sitting around the table, they believe themselves to be in that hierarchy. However, outside that room, you've got a Simon that still believes he is top dog. You've got Howie that believes, I'm top dog. And you've got Mohammed, who believes without him, no one could be who they are. He's the master. Mohammed believes he's the god amongst them.
The I-Unit obtains documents that show the Gold Leaf Mafia uses Orlean Global Trading in another money laundering scheme. The Gold Kid Trading enters an agreement to buy gold from Orlean. It's an order from a client from outside South Africa. Gold Kid employs Mo Dollars' asset management company, PKSA, to loan it money to finance the gold buying. This allows PKSA to send payments abroad. It appears to be a normal business relationship between two gold trading companies.
That looks like a legitimate contract and a process, banking transactions, but ultimately they're washing the money. through a legally binding contract that's put on a piece of paper. They're legitimizing the money on paper. They're moving the money amongst themselves. You've got co-kids who's Mohammed, Howie, Simon, Andres, creating a paper trail through a contract with a company in Dubai, which is Odjel. Odjel is Howie, Mohammed, Simon, and even Andres, all benefiting from the incomes generated.
Well, that's very suspicious. If you have the same person on both sides of a transaction, it is highly likely that it is a fake transaction, that it doesn't make economic sense.
Spirit Embassy, attention! We shall win souls everywhere!
Hubert Angel is Zimbabwe's presidential envoy. He addresses international audiences on bringing foreign investment to Zimbabwe, free from corruption.
People-to-people diplomacy is increasingly viewed as an antidote to moral and political cannibalism, as it enables individuals who trust in each other to facilitate, manage, and drive investments with little or no corruption or demands for bribes.
That guy doesn't take bribes. Oh no, no, one. There's a big difference in appreciating somebody and bribing. You know, at this level, people don't bribe nobody. You get my point? Yeah, people do, but there is somebody that's saying, thank you for everything that you are doing for us, and big difference. Because he is just not that kind of a person.
Angel and his sidekick, Ricky Doolan, have asked undercover reporters to pay $200,000 in exchange for a meeting with President Mnangagwa.
His election, I think they're spending $240 million US dollars. And that's his money. It's not somebody else. It's not the party. It's his money. So when somebody's got that money to spend on, you give him 1 million, it's like a slap in the face. Unless you say, it's just to thank you.
The meeting with Mnangagwa will secure a deal to launder over $1 billion of dirty cash. Doolan tells Mr. Stanley what to expect.
Obviously, once we get the ball rolling, there'll be points and times along the way where people will need to be greased. Ministers, different guys, bump. But in a country like the one we're talking about, and all across Africa actually, it's the only way to get things done smoothly. It won't be too painful. It will just be a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. We'll tackle them as we go along.
Mr. Stanley is told that Angel needs to be paid too.
Bending over backwards, calling the president, talking to the president. He's arranged the meeting for you already. Ambassador's not being appreciated yet.
Alistair Matthias controls companies in Switzerland, as well as Dubai and across Africa. They provide cover for money laundering.
I do it here more for track record, because if I have an existing business here, then source of funds is not a problem. So that's why I have setups everywhere. Whatever is like gray area, I take it to Dubai.
Matthias is preparing a financial structure to launder Mr. Stanley's money. He tells undercover reporter Miss Sin to be careful with her language.
We have all the money that we need to clean and
You say that word. You should just say it's money you need to move.
Sorry.
You should never say I need to clean all the time.
You don't say this here, no.
Say you need to move it from here to there. It's better that way.
To avoid detection, Matthias controls gold supply chains by owning companies that he places in other people's names.
If I have a chain, mine, refinery, this, and I own everything start to finish, it doesn't look good. I'm selling to myself, then selling to myself, and selling to myself. You follow? It causes issues with tax authorities sometimes. They'll say, oh, you're just transferring profits to one country. So I have to keep different entities. I own all the companies in different entities.
These include several gold refineries.
The refinery in Dubai is held by a friend of mine in trust for me. But all my refineries are private. I don't open it to the public. I just do my own refining, my own production, my own this thing and stuff like that. I can do about 150 kilos a day.
He suggests using his refineries to launder Mr. Stanley's money directly.
You can pay it through the refinery, you know.
Can we bring cash to your refinery?
Yeah, but I'll play with the paperwork. I'll make it look like you gave me gold or something like that. Keeping it on deposit. Then you tell me, sell the gold. And I sell the gold, so you have cash in your account. You do everything on the computer.
Owning a refinery makes the money laundering process less detectable.
Yeah, we move as much as I want wherever I want, for the most part. See, the best thing with gold is cash. Gold is cash. It's better than any currency. As long as you're on gold trading, you can move money anyway.
The gold leaf mafia seeks control of its own refinery.
Simon Radler. Just bought a massive refinery in South Africa. I think he paid 500 million US for it. It's huge money.
Rapper Refinery is purchased by a newly formed company, Rapper Management. The sole director of Rapper Management is Rees Baker Saint. He's also Gold Leaf Tobacco's lawyer, but he's not the real owner. Confidential documents seen by the Eye Unit reveal Rapper's owner to be Howie Baker, a director of Orlean in Dubai.
The fact that they were able to buy Rapper is problematic. It's a well-known refiner. Why wasn't there more scrutiny over who buys it?
The gold leaf mafia now has full control of its supply chain.
Nothing is left to chance. The control of the refiners, the companies that buy the gold, the companies that sell the gold. There is complete control of all aspects of the money laundering scheme.
And dirty money from South Africa is clean in Dubai.
Dubai has set themselves up for being the middle of the gold trade. The key to being a money laundering haven is two things. Number one is you have to have the financial infrastructure, and they had lax laws and no enforcement. And number two is you have to have the ability to create shell or shelf companies to do business in your country.
We have a few companies which are shells. When we open you an account here, you know, we have influence with the banks to open an account in shell companies.
He says his businesses control the supply chain for bringing gold into Dubai, and it all appears legal.
It's got buying source, it's got the import, it's got Dubai document, it has custom document, it has got the exchange, you know, receipts of the money. That it has got a source here, Visa volume, golden luxury.
Patney wants Stanley's money laundering operation to become integrated with his network of companies.
It's ongoing, it's like thousands of cars are there. We put your cars inside, traveling.
Many of Patney's enterprises are managed by his holding company, Sun Multinational.
This is multinational.
We run duty in 7 countries.
What?
All countries.
Yeah, he controls all the countries.
Yeah.
Even Kenya?
Zimbabwe,
everything. Yeah.
Kyrgyzstan,
Everything. Please.
Thank you.
After you.
Oh, you're
We have 5,380 employees in 12 countries and 35 offices all over. The briefing tour, we run about 8 hotels in Kenya and South Africa.
Patni takes the undercover team to another tower named after a precious commodity. On the 7th floor, Rumir Diamonds.
Rumir.
So here are the diamonds there. These are rough. Now these from the ground. Rough diamond mine. Rough. Then they cut and polish.
"22 floors up, another of his companies.
It's called brilliant. So these are the cut and polish. So look, these are the best with certificate.
The companies Mr. Stanley visited form just one part of Patni's global empire.
You don't want it in one place. Our banks are in shells. So all those our companies, you see, house and the. Now you see, it's easy to run all of them. You can't go wrong with the systems in place.
What really sets this apart is the level of control that's been exercised to hedge risks. The best way to hedge risks is you control everything, but you also spread your risk out in multiple locations so that it becomes harder to track your assets, harder to track your ownership. And they've really developed a sophisticated scheme.
I've given you a very broad picture. You are not stuck in one place. You can make your structure like a precious bullion. Whoever you want to put your shareholders there, you operate, then it becomes a legitimate operation.
That is the laundromat. It's finished washing.
Like now, then you can invest in what you want.
In the final episode of Gold Mafia, a new Mr. Gold.
Because Macmillan doesn't control nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was his worker, cleaning his car.
Yeah.
He is the #1 now
He's
in Zimbabwe. He's right there. He's in his house sleeping on $5 million. Yeah.
And Mo Dollars meets new clients.
This is someone that's really wanted by the FBI, designated as a terrorist, and wanted around the world.